We're talking to assistant coach and defensive coordinator Steve Weiser, and always a tough game to lose, but if you look for some positive things, as I was talking to Mike Clark, you gave up maybe 2 touchdowns and stopped three touchdowns. They did get field goals, and you were short fielding all afternoon. It seemed like, the field advantage seemed to be with Rowan every time.
Yeah, we could get that field position turned around. Going into the game, we knew we'd have to play a pretty much close to a perfect game as far as not turn the ball over, trying to get some turnovers and in field position, and we just could not get the field position from either aspect of our game, from either the offense, the defense, or special teams. And that obviously hurt us a lot in the first half. We took a lot of snaps defensively, and there's a lot of good things that came out of the game. And I'm sure Coach Clark had mentioned that to you. From the offensive standpoint, we saw some good things out of our young kids. Special teams, we saw some positive there, and defensively, a lot of positives there too. There's some things we got to work out and obviously improve upon. But overall, if you could take 3 plays away, 3 plays probably defensively hurt us. The 2 runs by the quarterback, one got him in the end zone there in the third quarter, especially right after a little bit of a momentum turn, and then the other one was early, I think, in the first half where he got down and they didn't get it. I don't know if they went for it, they kicked the field goal, I'm not sure. And then obviously on the touchdown on the
like a 45-yard run or something.
It was a 40. Yeah, so we had the 2 quarterback runs and the pass that got in the end zone. And we just got to correct some things there. I mean, just play a little more discipline in the secondary. Continue to improve there, and then on the runs, just make sure we're in the right pursuit angles, watching for the cutback. And obviously that quarterback's good. We knew going into the game he was the key. We had to shut him down. So, and he's a good one. I mean, he's a senior, and so. Now we put that to rest, I was telling Bill earlier, and now we're focusing on, improving ourselves, number 1, and obviously number 2 is focusing on Susquehanna.
Susquehanna has a pretty decent running attack. I'm not sure of the guy. I tried to look it up that they have, but he's doing pretty well so far the first 2 games.
Well, he's been a good running back for 4 years. He's number 25, Dave Pavlitz. He's out of Hanover, hard runner. I mean, we ran into him, back when he was a freshman, and he. You're not going to arm tackle him. You're going to need to gang tackle. You need to, take him out low. I mean, as far as, tackling the legs. And he's a cutback. He does an excellent job. I mean, we got to try to keep him from getting those shoulders turned north and south, try to keep him flowing east to west. And I think he's 160, 170 yards a game, and they're rushing for over 200-some yards. So he obviously is going to be one of the keys to, winning this football game, shutting down their running game.
I was talking to Steve Briggs at 1 o'clock today, called him up and asking him, and of course he's very humble about his wins, and he said you can just throw the Rowan tape out because that's not the Lycoming team that's going to come down here. And I asked him what his success was, and he says it's getting a little continuity in coaching staff. He says, like that Steve Weiser, we still have to deal with him up there at Lycoming, and so he had lots of good words about you. Always fun to play those guys, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great rivalry. Like you said, you can throw the records out. I mean, it's, for both teams. I mean, Steve does an excellent job down there, and I know he has to be very excited, and compliments out to Steve. I think it's a 2-0 season, I think they're playing good ball, all 3 aspects of the game, and I think that's the key. They're playing better defense I think they've played in the last couple of years, and that's not a negative. It's just it's a compliment to what they're doing. They've held 2 teams at 13 points, and they're 2. I mean, Raven's a pretty good football team, and shut them out, and they held Junior out at 13, and so, and as I said, Steve always loves to run that ball. He loves to run that ball, and even those years that we've had those great defenses shutting down the run, he still would come out and he'd challenge that run. And now I think the other key is he has a nice quarterback to complement his running game and throw the ball.
Well, he has a new offensive coordinator. I think his name's Nate Millen or something like that, Nate Millen. And Gary Brown, I guess, went over to Rutgers as a coach. can they surprise us with a passing game?
Well, I think I don't know if it's a surprise. I mean, because they passed well on us last year. I mean, they brought in number 17. The quarterback came in and he did a nice job last year throwing the ball. He and he had the receiver. I think it was Howe had 8 catches for 80 yards. So I don't think it's going to be a surprise. I mean, they showed last year that they can throw the ball and have some success, and he's off to I think a pretty good start this year. He's only thrown 1 interception. He's taking care of the ball, which is a key, and he's moving around a lot of receivers, and he loves to hit the back out of the backfield. So, I think this is the second year, I believe, for the offense coordinator. And I think what Steve says is a key. Having that continuity of a staff is really, really important. I mean, that's something all the years we've had success. We pretty much had that continuity, and that's what Mike's trying to build here is keeping our staff around and working together. That helps not only from the coaching standpoint, but also the recruiting. It's a big thing, with the recruiting. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck Saturday. We'll see you down there.
All right, thanks again for your coverage, John. Appreciate it very much.
Okay.
Yep.